When it comes to the context of Shelley and Miller's book about Christian worldviews, it has helped me have a different outlook and perspective, especially when it comes to spiritual care. Initially, before the reading and research about spiritual care and Christian care, I had an assumption that spirituality was interchangeable with religion. This is not necessarily the case, as I have found that they are entirely independent domains. I have found that even if you are providing Christian care, that does not necessarily mean you are providing spiritual care. I was making a forced connection that if I did one, then by default I was providing the other type of care. While having a Christian worldview does allow myself to extend Christian love by helping my neighbor, it is also lets me realize that Shelley and Miller make a valid point of that as a nurse we provide compassionate care. We serve to foster shalom for our patients, and with that, we are challenged to comfort our patients in times of suffering and death. All these aspects, while individual, fall under the umbrella of Christian care. These new findings for me have awoken me to see more than a physical concern, but see a spiritual concern. This new connection within myself now has now led me to have a better understanding of the need of care for the unseen environments of future patients. Being able to care for my patients now has a different meaning because it now includes their spiritual care. For years, I have struggled with being able to take care of patients who were constantly struggling, not because I could not emotionally, but because what do I say to them without sounding cliche or rehearsed? This constant battle has become a barrier for me because I felt incompetent to provide spiritual care for the patients. For example, cancer patients, according to Best, Butto, and Olver, state that cancer patients with life-threatening diseases often have questions about higher power and spiritual care. Like I mentioned previously, Christian care includes many domains, and while uncomfortable, it may be essential as advanced nurse practitioners that we care for an individual's spiritual being. For a cancer patient, it is inevitable to not provide spiritual care as spiritual well-being will grant the patient to experience joy even while having unwanted physical symptoms. This is while this is while treating the unseen may be beneficial for cancer patients whose outcomes may not be the best. While taking care of their physical seen environment, it is still essential we must not forget that their unseen environment is just as important. The hopeful end result will be that the cancer patients have a sense of shalom and may continue to have hope. With this new knowledge, I hope to break this barrier and not only help my patients that are suffering, but be a support for them for when they need me. When it comes to the context of Shelley and Miller